what's the process to buy a house in New York City and nearby areas? Today I'll talk about what are the steps and I'll guide you through the whole process how to buy a house in New York City. I'm Imam. I'm a full-time real estate agent in New York City, and I'm practicing real estate over 4 years. I have helped hundred of buyers and sellers to find their houses and sell their houses. The first step is always find a good real estate agent. How you can find a good real estate agent? Search on internet, check the reviews, word to mouth. If someone already used someone to buy a house or sell a house, just ask them who they use. So that's how you can find a good real estate agent. Once you find a good real estate agent, you make an appointment, go to them, discuss about what you want to buy, where you want to buy, and what are the prices in that area. And based on once you have a conversation with the agent, he will advise you, your expectation versus the reality, what you're going to get actually. And then based on that, you go to the lender or mortgage banker, submit all the documents, submit your income documents, all the asset to see if you qualify to buy a property. Let's just say buying a single family, 2-family house, $1 million or 500,000. Check if from the lender that if you qualify. So the bank will issue you or if you're going to the lender, they will issue a pre-approval saying, hey, you are qualified to buy a single family or 2-family in that X amount. And then you will have to work with your real estate agent to find the house. There is a new rule came out in August. Whenever you're working with a real estate agent, you have to hire the buyer agent basically. So you have to sign an agreement with them and working for a period. It could be 3 months, 4 months, 1 month, 6 months, depends on how the agent will work. So your agent will guide you to find a house. He will send you the houses, he will show you the houses, and once you see like house, he'll advise you what are the prices going. Sometimes the house listed at 700,000 going for like 800,000. So your agent can advise what offer you should give to the seller so your offer gonna get accepted. Or sometimes the house is listed as overpriced. So he'll advise you, hey, look, this house is listed at 700,000, but similar type of houses are selling around 600. So your agent will help you on this. So once you like a house, your agent will send a written offer to the seller agent, and seller agent will present that offer to the seller. He will discuss, and if your offer get accepted, next process is inspection. So inspection is basically the physical condition. Get to know more about the physical condition of the house. You got to hire a licensed inspector. Again, how much does it cost? Condo co-op, probably like you're looking around like 200 to 300. In a house, depends on how big the house is. It could run you to 500 to 900. Depends on the house, location, Manhattan, more expensive. It depends where, what type of house and where you're buying actually in New York City, because New York City is a big city. Inspection, what happened in the inspection basically. So inspector will find out what are the issues with the house. There is no pass and fail for the inspection, but he'll discuss all the issues. So all the houses has small issues. So you got to look for the big issue. What are the big ticket items? Roof, structure, plumbing, HVAC. Those are the big issue actually. If the house is in a big issue, definitely you should seek a credit from the seller. And also it depends on the transaction that you're buying. If it's a high demand property, they receive a multiple offers sometimes. Sometimes you can even negotiate, because if you try to negotiate, you may lose the house. So it depends. Let's just say if it's a high demand property and you need to change the roof, you got to add that in your budget later on once you buy the house. Seller probably not going to give you anything. If the house doesn't have offer, maybe you try to negotiate with the seller. So your agent will guide you through this, what to do, what not to do. At the end of the day, the goal is to get the house, not to lose the house. If the inspection goes well, the next step would be hiring an attorney. In New York State, you must have an attorney who's going to represent you. So seller attorney, the seller will have their attorney as well. The seller attorney will send your attorney a contract, and based on that, your attorney will review the contract, and your attorney is going to be your friend. He's going to work with you to explain you all the contract terms, and he's going to protect you in legal liabilities basically. So he's going to review the contract and he's going to go over through it. Whenever you're signing that contract, you do have to give a contract deposit. It's kind of like advance. You're trying to buy that house, you got to give deposit, and that deposit around 5% of the purchase price. Let's just say you're buying something 700,000, the deposit is going to be $35,000. So that deposit goes to the seller attorney, and the signed contract that you signed with your attorney, it goes to the seller attorney. So that deposit, the seller doesn't get it. It stays in the seller attorney account till you close on the house, and then seller signs that contract again. Same way seller works. Seller consults with their attorney, they sign the contract, they send us back that. Your attorney will get that contract. After that, you guys are executed contract, meaning seller has to sell the house to you, And as a buyer, you have to buy the house because you already put the deposit in there. If you change your mind, you will lose the deposit. What did the standard contract says? So standard contract, usually if you're buying with cash, the contract is protected only with the title survey. Basically, if something wrong with the house, paperwork, the house is a violation, and open permit kind of stuff, and seller cannot cure it, you will get your money back. If you're taking a financing, meaning you're getting a loan to buy the house, once you go in the contract, your attorney or your agent will submit the contract to the lender that you are using, and your lender will order the appraisal. And in the meantime, your attorney will order the title report, basically. So title report shows that if the property has a violation, open permit, again, if all the paperwork says file, and if it's in the right order, whoever is selling is that actually seller. So title company makes sure everything and they insure you, basically. So after 10 years, if somebody comes, be like, hey, I own the property, that's where the title insurance comes to play, and it protects you. So basically, your attorney doesn't check those, the title company check those, and once the title kicks in, your attorney reviews to make sure everything is right. And if you're taking financing, some of the things has to come in order. Your loan has to get approved from your lender once you sign the contract, after you're signing the contract. And then appraisal, meaning if you're buying a $700,000 house, because you're putting 20% down, bank is giving 80%. So bank sends a third party, we call it appraisal, and they check the valuation. Like if you're buying this house right now, I'm in my house. So if you're buying this house at 700,000, bank makes sure that, okay, this house value is 700,000. They check the area sale around that area, how much is the similar kind of houses are selling. From there, they decide. So bank side a third party appraisal to see the house you're buying. If you're buying $700,000 house, is it worth $700,000 in that area? So they always make sure. And also, again, the your attorney checks if the title came clean. So everything comes in order, you're good to go. You can close. Typically, it takes 30 to 60 days. If it doesn't come in order, let's just say for some reason you got the pre-approval at first and banker forgot to check something, right? Banker forgot to check your asset. He didn't check properly, or maybe you didn't provide the right information, or maybe you lost a job after signing the contract. So there is a typically contingency period, 30 to 45 days. In that time, if the bank doesn't approve your loan and you got denied for some reason, you're gonna get your down payment back. Yes, the first goal is to buy the house, but you gotta make sure that your down payment is protected all the times. If for some reason the appraisal doesn't come, you're buying a house of 700,000, the bank appraisal came at 650,000, right? You will have the option to cancel the contract as long as it says in the contract. Usually standard contracts has an appraisal clause. There is a title issue, meaning the seller, whoever is selling, they 10 years before they didn't do the paperwork properly, or probably like the house is an open permit, house is a violation, house is a lien that cannot be taken off unless get paid. So those things, unless it gets clear, as a buyer, you'll get the money back. That's what your attorney does review whenever. That's your attorney job, basically. Whenever he's reviewing the contract, your attorney should make sure everything, all the clauses are in there. I mean, if everything comes good, yeah, you're good to go. But these are the regular home buying process in New York City, in 5 boroughs, Nassau County, Suffolk County, Rockland County, Westchester County. In some other judiciary and probably it's different, but that's how in New York City and nearby area works. Call me for more real estate tips and tricks, and leave a comment if you'd like to know more about real estate.